9-pound rule. Introducing first, fighting in the blue corner, representing Rock MMA, Hector the Bully Olazabal. And his opponent, fighting in the red corner, weighing in at 185 pounds from ATT Palm Beach Gardens, Gabe Concepcion.
Versus Gabe Concepcion. Gabe Concepcion, by the way, worth mentioning, a blue belt under Ben Stark, also a member of the Coast Guard. Also, he was a state placer for Park Vista High School in wrestling as well. So a bit of a grappling background. As I said, a decorated high school wrestler as well as a blue belt in jiu-jitsu. Also wanted to thank his striking coach, David Ziderek, for this fight. I did not get to speak to Hector Olazabal, the bully, but he is, both these guys are pretty big. Olazabal back to his feet, using an underhook very well to shut down the wrestling, drops for his own double leg, lifts and slams. That is a crowd pleaser. Olazabal on top, half guard there. As I mentioned earlier, you don't want to be on the side of the cage. He is not. Here's where you want to be. So even though that Concepcion has the underhook there, the cage is going to stop him from getting his hips out where they need to be to actually escape this position. So one of the benefits of being on the proper side. Now Gabe is kind of squaring up a little bit more, maybe getting, going to use the cage, get his hips out. But the bully doing just that. Bullying right now, bullied that takedown. Now he's bullying him into the cage, breaking him back down. Now both these guys have 3 or more fights. This is fourth fight or later for both of them. So as we said earlier, what they call advanced amateur rules. You heard it announced before the fight as the ground and pound rules. That means they can, by all means, strike the head with a closed fist or an open hand. No elbows or forearms, obviously. Just something that's gloved. Neither guy's doing it though. There you go. Maybe I spoke too soon. There's another one. Concepcion needs to fight for that underhook. Get back out of there. Now he's giving up the underhook, makes it a worse position. That cage ain't helping him either. He's digging his toes in there. He's not going to get him caught and broken. Needs to cage walk rather than dig his feet into the cage. And a slick reversal there. He had an opportunity to pass that he didn't take advantage of. Now he's in full guard, especially, high posture and strike states Ben Stark. There we go, some shots to the body. Hector Olazabal did a very good job escaping his hips and passes that almost aside, passes the half guard there, does advance his position as Concepcion has the underhook. With ground and pound to the head, we're about to see a very different fight than we've seen for the first 8 or 9 bouts this evening. The full dynamic is changed under these rules. Right now, Concepcion's worried more about Charles facing working his pass as opposed to doing any kind of damage. Maybe should have shown a bit more sense of urgency there. He was on bottom for quite some time. And that's going to end the round. Both guys. Comes forward, hands up, touching gloves yet again. 2 guys just in here doing it to do it. Couple kicks from Concepcion. He's getting walked back into his corner. Dropped for a shot from way outside. I don't know why. Overextension there from Olazabal. Nice double leg, just not from where it should be. That big knee to the body there from Hector. Finishes the takedown, does Concepcion. He told me he's definitely more comfortable of a grappler. His striking coach, Coach David, is bringing him along, but definitely more comfortable on the ground. He's definitely proven that to be the case here. He shot that double from way outside, and he paid for it. Took a big knee to the body, was able to finish it. Let's see. Once again, he's not taking advantage of the strikes. He does have the underhook, or maybe Hector's fighting for it. Yeah, he does not have the underhook. I don't blame him for not posturing and throwing big strikes to the head here. Definitely trying to work. He's getting his instep on the inside. The guard is open. If he were to get his instep in the guard, he could pass. maintaining the position here. Definitely worried. Ben Stark calling for a crossface. Concepcion rightfully worried more about the underhook. Hector's got he's got wrist control here, and he's shrimping. He may have a little something up his sleeve if he can get back to his guard there, but Gabe does a good job of shutting it down. Now he's got the underhook he's been looking for. Now he's going to start working to pass. Mix in some fights now. Mix in some punches now. You can do a lot more damage with an underhook and some good shoulder pressure and head positioning here. Olazabal has the guard closed. Ben Stark pleading with him to pass, but Hector's moving his hips very well here, keeping the half guard. And as I said, half guard is a booger to pass with these shin guards on. They just might as well be grip tape on both guys' legs. So passing half guard is much harder in amateur MMA with shin guards than it is even, maybe not more so than gi jiu-jitsu, but every bit as hard. That's why you got to train in the gi, guys. One of the many reasons we got to train in the gi. Hector trying to ball up, looking for a deep half guard. I think he's starting to feel the effects of carrying the weight. I think that Gabe has been extra heavy here. This is silly. Stopping him for a stand-up here. We'll see how tired Hector looks now. Big muscles take big oxygen to feed them. That does play into cardio from time to time. But now he looks fine. Nice uppercut there on the entry for the shot from Gabe. And Gabe right back to work. Hands locked on the double, but Gabe is doing a pry bar. I'm sorry. Hector trying to work a pry bar there. Gabe was supposed to finish on top here, got them together, and he does. No time to do anything else. Just get the takedown and say he got it. And I am certainly impressed with their gym head to toe. All their fighters, all their coaches at Rocky MMA have been very respectful to me, very professional to everybody here, especially their opponents. Oh, that's why we got to clean the water up. Oh, nice, sharp popping jab there. And Gabe almost pulled half guard. Now we're seeing some ground and pound. Gabe almost pulled half guard to get to the single there. Hector back on that pry bar grip. Gabe once again got his hands locked on the double. It's going to be hard not to finish that. Drags him down. Half guard. He could go ahead and pass here if he was proactive here. He could pass that right leg over to an Aoki mount. I think he's a little bit worried because Hector has that pry bar grip, but as long as he keeps his hips planted, he's going to be safe with that. There, now he's clear. Half guard. Let's see what he does here. And he's got to do some damage from this position. He can't just get a takedown. It's just a chill. Here we go. Perfect. Cleaned him up. Got it out of the way. I hate to see that he's stood up out of half guard. I don't agree with that. That is hard to swallow. He was stood up out of half guard for absolutely no reason. Victory. We now go to the
All
officials.
right, ladies and gentlemen, and now your winner by TKO and a minute and 16 in the third round in the blue corner, Hector.